Hey, no, you want a milk chocolate or dark chocolate? Dark chocolate. You want a milk or a pistachio? Hey.
Booze.
다시 잡아.
这样。